Hi everyone, let's take a stroll to the rusting factory. That's this week's challenge missions. Locker room, find the loot and get out. Okay, I'm using Maggie as my leader, I'm using my bruiser, and I'm using Glenn to bump up my supplies. Obviously these are going to be very easy missions. I haven't done any skips yet, so we're just taking a look at what's involved. So, this is a searchy mission. Yes, and there we go. We've got walkers popping out from that big central pile every turn. So this is one where I think you really want to kind of just keep things in control. What I might recommend is taking Glenn because, as you can see, he is a searcher extraordinaire. He can search 2 of those lockers every turn, and depending on what weapon you have, he might even get to do a kill as well. Search, kill, search. You know, it's a nice way of doing things. This is a mission where perhaps having something that will reduce the threat. So if you perhaps have a scout with a weapon that has threat reduction, or something like the hunter's bow, that might come in useful as well, just so that you know that you're only dealing with 2 new walkers a turn. Maybe using a bruiser when the missions get tough isn't such a bad idea either. I'm using it just because that's part of my daily quest. Let's move on to the next one. Opposing forces, get to the exit, but beware, death lurks behind every corner. Looks like we've got an interesting mix of enemies. I saw riot walkers, I saw bruisers, I saw humans. I think I know this one. Oh yeah, check it out. Freddy there, just hiding away in the corner there. You can use a lot of the same tactics that you might use in Guild Wars here. I guess there's not much opportunity really to sort of trick these humans into taking on the enemies, but there we go. That's part 1. You're going to have 3 humans that you have to deal with. Part 2, we've got to take out these guys here. So do excuse me while I just switch off my notifications. Didn't realise I had them on. Okay, just switch those notifications off. So what you can do is, if you are struggling with this, with what I consider to be the second part of the mission, where you're taking on these survivors behind the door, don't open the door. Keep it closed. That's definitely a way to deal with them. Just shoot them through the door and they can't get to you. Obviously I'm opening it because we're at a low level, they're not much of a risk. But that's a tip that I would suggest. Just be cautious of those humans. I think they're perhaps the biggest risk. They start close together as well, so it's tough to isolate them. But maybe have incendiary weapons, so you got a chance of one-shotting them. It's a good idea. Bruisers to just take a beating and to stun them when they hit them. That's kind of a good idea. Maybe have Tara as the leader, so if you do take a couple of hits, which is likely, you can just refresh them. You can just heal yourself. Through the wire, kill all the walkers and make this place safe again. Aha. Right, I know this one. I kind of want to get... You know, my daily mission is to get kills with a bruiser, but I know this one. Oh, I tell you what, I got to upgrade. The old decimator, but should have enough punch to actually be useful here. So let's do that. Stick him with something that will give him an XP boost. I mean, I think really you want kind of ranged characters here. What's going to happen is, I mean, I'm polishing these enemies off pretty easily. But what tends to happen is that you stay back, get some nice long-range shots on the enemy, and then they just come around the side. So, alright. That kind of was a good example of how to deal with it. Just one-shot those damn things. I strongly recommend, ranged weapons. Let them come around, let them come to you, and you can get them through the wire. I think that's why it's called that. Two-way, get the loot and get out. Yes, ma'am. Let's bring my bruiser back, just because that's my daily quest. Complete missions, charge abilities. Okay, alright, fine. Fine. Again, using Maggie just to get that XP boost, just because that's kind of what I need. Okay, this one's a little bit tricky because the enemy are kind of hidden at the start. They you got some boxes to search. You got hidden enemies. You got a lot of stuff to think about. A lot of stuff to think about in this mission. You got threat counter, which runs down pretty quickly. So you kind of don't want to get bogged down dealing with these things. It's another mission where maybe having a weapon that can reduce threat is handy, because you could quickly get flooded, and you need to cause a lot of damage up front to get rid of those initial walkers. I mean, you saw there were standard walkers and there were bruisers, so just be ready for those bruisers. They're going to be the tough ones to deal with. Empty hideout, find the loot. Okay, this sounds like another searchy one, so let's keep Glenn in the mix. Obviously, if you have him as your leader, then everyone can, search twice. We don't have him as the leader because we've got Maggie for that, for what she does. Let's get a couple of kills with my bruiser. Get that daily challenge. Looks like we've got another threat counter. So some missions, there really isn't a threat counter. This one, definitely is. Most of these missions have had threat counters. I think all of them. So that is the kind of situation where Glenn can really shine. If you can give him a threat reducing weapon and have him sort of searching all of these things that need searching, then he really is going to be your MVP. Okay, running out of gas here. That's why I'm just using those free unlocks. Always remember to use those. Ideally, if you know that you're going to be playing a good couple of games, pick and choose. Save it for when you've got some gold crates to unlock, but don't forget to use them. Kill room, kill everything. Alright. Sure. Right, so it's one of these. I mean, it's hard to get away from the enemy here. It's tough. Scouts this week are starting charged, so I mean, I've got that lovely bayonet musket, which actually gives your scouts a ranged attack, which is just beautiful. If you haven't got that, well, your scouts are still going to start charged, and you've got some big stuff that you've got to kill quickly. So I might recommend bringing a scout. No threat counter, nothing to search, so it doesn't have to be Glenn. Maybe you're going to use survivalist Rick instead. Oof. Lovely. Can we get that other gold? Yes! Alright. So, thank you very much for watching. Less than 10 minutes. Now you know what to expect in this week's challenge. Anyone got any tips or needs any help? Just let me know and I'll see what I can do for you. As ever, thanks for watching. Ooh, yeah.